polished your resume, applied for 20 jobs, and yet no calls. Or even if you got the calls, but you did not make it to the interview. Why? Because nobody tells you about the process of interview or how one should prepare for the interview. So, hi, my name is Ravneet Kaur Samra, and today in this video, I am going to talk about how to prepare yourself for the interviews. That is, I'm going to talk about pre-interview preparation, right? So, I have acknowledged that most of the people go to interviews unprepared, or they would just Google some 10 questions, prepare them, and go for the interview. But sadly, the first interview always goes doomed. Why? Because nobody tells you how to prepare for the interview. And like I told you, today I'm going to answer your question of how to prepare, right? So the first and foremost thing is to prepare your resume. We all know that to go for any interview, the first and foremost step is to prepare your resume, right? So when I talk about resume, we all know that initially our resume used to go to human eye. That means human eye used to shortlist your CV and call you for interview. However, with changing times, changing trends, the CV has also changed. That means today you need to focus more on preparing your ATS-friendly resume. Now, what is ATS-friendly resume? That means a resume which is checked by AI. That means your CV always goes through artificial intelligence and then make it to human eye. But today, most of the CVs does not go to human eye. Why? Because they're not shortlisted by the ATS. So the first and foremost thing is to prepare your CV which is ATS friendly. So today I'm going to tell you how to prepare ATS friendly resume. So ATS friendly resume means that you need to have a score which is a good score. That means at least 80%, right? So to prepare ATS friendly resume, you have to keep few things in mind. Number one is the format. That means your format should not be haphazard, it should not be messy, it should look clean, it should be well organized. Second thing is that your font style, that means your font style should be appropriate. You can use Calibri, you can use Times New Roman, and avoid columns, pictures and graphs on your CV because the ATS friendly resume does not require that, right? Important thing is that usually we customize the content as per we want. But now when you are making ATS friendly resume, you need to incorporate the right keywords. Keywords from the job description, keywords as per the profile you are applying for. Not only this, another thing that can enhance your ATS friendly resume is to quantify the content. For example, I met the sales target by 50,000 or I surpassed the targets by 50,000. So that is how you can quantify your content on the CV. So that gives a good weightage to your CV and helps you increase the score. Another thing is that use appropriate action verbs on the CV. Always start your sentences with appropriate action verbs. The next thing that I'm going to talk in my video is how to prepare for the interviews. That means your pre-interview preparation, which is at most important step before you head towards your interview. The first and foremost step, can you guess what is that? Do you think it is just to go to the interview, dress well and show up? Do you think that's enough? Well, no, that's not enough. Well, the first and foremost thing is that you have to prepare for your interview beforehand. The next thing is, of course, to show up well dressed. Of course, grooming is the first thing because like you must have heard always, first impression is your last impression. Most of the interviewers know that do they want to hire that particular candidate or not. How? Only because of your looks. That means how do you look? Do you look good? That means when I talk about looking good, it depends on how good you look, how professional you look. How professional you look is the important thing. That means you should be dressed well, of course, for the interview, right? But that's not enough. Now, when it comes to preparing for interviews, the first and foremost thing is to go through the job description. Most of the people miss this step and they do not go to the job description. They just know the profile and they just prepare accordingly and go for the interviews. The important thing is that whenever you go for any interview, the first, no matter which interview, no matter which profile, the first and foremost step would be to go through the job description. Every company, every organization have their job description, which actually tells you what the company is looking for. indirectly what is the demand of the company, what they're expecting from the candidate. So therefore, you go through the job description of the company. So when you go through the job description of the company, you get to know the requirements of the company, maybe what skills they are looking for, or maybe you can even get the skills indirectly. That means from the roles and responsibilities, you get to know the other skills. So the second step is, after knowing the demand of the company, can you guess what is the next step? Well, the next step is to customize your CV. Why? Because the first step is to apply for jobs. And to apply for jobs, you need a resume. So after going through the job description, your second step is to customize your CV as per your job description. In the previous part of the video, like I told you, to inculcate keywords. So you can always find the keywords from the job description and you can try to fit the keywords in your resume, right? So that will help you to increase the weightage of your CV and make it more ATS friendly. Now, why I am emphasizing on going through job description and customize your CV accordingly is because we need to meet the demands of the company. Imagine you want to buy that car and that car is an automatic car. You went to the showroom and you said, the salesman, that I want to buy an automatic car. But the person starts showing you the manual car. Now tell me, will you be interested? The answer is no. You're not interested. Why? Because your demand is automatic car. So therefore, when the person is trying to pitch you the car, he should pitch you as per the requirements. And the requirement is automatic car. So that means he should be pitching you the car, keeping in mind the demands of the client. Therefore, I'm emphasizing on knowing the demands of the company, knowing the demands of the job role. And accordingly, you can customize your CV and that would be good to go. The next step that I'm going to talk about is research about the company. Now, why this step is important? From my experience of training students for interviews, I have seen that students go to interviews without researching about the company. They go through the job description, prepare their CV, but they don't know about the company. That means when they sit in the interview, they sit without knowing about the company. And the next question comes from the interview is, why do you want to join our company? Right? Or what do you know about our company? And the student goes blank. That means your interview is already over. That means it shows that you're not passionate enough about the company. So one reason to research about the company is that it showcases how passionate you are to join the company. That means you're not joining just for the job, just because you need a job, but you're joining because you're passionate about the company and you've done your homework. And your homework means researching about the company. So when you research about the company, research the important factors. Maybe who are the board members of the company, mission of the company, vision of the company, and board members of the company, revenue of the company, projects of the company, and so on, right? So research is very important. So these are 4 to 5 steps that you need to follow when it comes to preparing for the interviews. Number 1, like I told you, go through the job description of the company, know the demands of the company, customize your CV as per the job description, and lastly, research about the company. And now I'm going to give you a few tips when it comes to preparing for interviews. First thing is always reflect professionalism. That means you should always look professional. Your approach should be professional, your posture should be good, your body language should be good. Try to use more gestures, keep your eye contact with the interviewer, and to not fake anything. That means when you give your answers, avoid giving one-word answers. Always try to justify your answers with an example. For that, you can use a STAR technique. That means S here stands for situation, T here stands for task, and A here means action. That means what action plan you took and result of it. For example, somebody asks you, tell me about a time when you showcased your leadership skills, or tell me about a time where you worked on a difficult project. So answer this question with justification. That means a person would not believe you until you quote examples. So therefore, examples are at most important. I hope this video will be helpful. Good luck for your next interview. Thank you.
Think big. Lovely Professional University.